Thank you very much, and give it up for the Jeff Robinson Trio. And Carla and everyone else you've heard tonight. So it seems to me that there's a lot of what I think of as pernicious isms. Sort of sounds like a band name. Pernicious isms, but a lot of pernicious isms that people can fall prey to. Different kinds of prejudice. So I think of racism and sexism and ageism as being three of the pernicious isms, which my Aunt Wendy was one of the many people, one of the many reasons why I didn't fall prey to those, among others. This is a poem for my Aunt Wendy. It's called Georgia, 1963. Right out of college, my aunt got very involved in the civil rights movement and fortunately lived to tell about it. So this is for Wendy. Georgia, 1963. They spotted you easily, an insurgent from the north, armed with pamphlets, encouraging all those far from equal Negroes, before they became blacks and African Americans, to register to vote. The scene was an outrage, clearly, to the local police. Like the coloreds, you didn't know your place, and so they judiciously housed you in a jail cell as you awaited trial on charges of vagrancy, not far from the house you were living in. Political passions were running high. Following a speech by Dr. Martin Luther King, a group of whites was actually moved to approach 3 all-black churches and burn them to the ground. Having recently earned a BA in art history, you've chosen to continue your education. Total immersion graduate work in witnessing and shaping American history, dealing with civil rights, uncivil wrongs, walking the long, rutted red clay roads that began where the smooth blacktop of the white neighborhoods ended, knocking on the dusty doors of sharecroppers and tenant farmers who seldom answered, as they knew registering to vote might mean hope, but usually meant an eviction notice. So much I don't know. How the jury of your peers that found you innocent was ever found there in what was known as terrible Terrell County. How you kept on working until you decided it was time to leave, then return and build a preschool next to one of those red clay roads. How anyone can hear pleasing music in a church going up and down in flames. Thinking about art and history, I often wish you'd been able, somehow, to take with you that heavy front door of the first house you lived in. The door with all the bullets clearly buried by drive-by shootings from the local welcome wagon of the Ku Klux Klan. I wish that you and I could take that door and hang it in a museum of modern art and see if from a distance of 5 decades you can come up with a really good title. Give it up for Kirk, ladies.